On this episode, I'm going to be showing you step by step on how we got rid of our old gas furnace and replaced it with this brand new gas furnace. And also, we're going to be showing you how we added this AC unit connected to that furnace. So stay tuned. Welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. The summertime is just around the corner, and this is the perfect time to install an AC unit in your home. This is my parents' home that will be installing this AC unit and installing this brand new furnace. They've been here since 1999, so this furnace that we had was very old, so it's finally time to get rid of it and install this brand new furnace so that it'll be compatible with the AC unit that we're going to be installing it onto. First thing, we need to disassemble and remove the old furnace. This has been in the house since 1999. Remove the ventilation duct, and now we got to take out where the gas is going to. Make sure you shut off the gas line and make sure you turn off the power from the circuit breaker before disassembling the electrical that is connected to this furnace. Now we're going to disconnect all the connections that are going through all the ducting. Once we removed some of the screws, we found out that there was some caulking around some areas, so we just took a flathead and some of our scrapers to take off all the caulking around it. Now we're taking out where the ducting for the air filter was.
Okay, we got the filter rack out.
Now the furnace is removed, I looked inside there so you can kind of get a clear picture of what's going on.
Yeah, that's the coil that's gonna go on the bottom, and then the new furnace is gonna sit on top. This is the coil for the air conditioning side of it.
What you're looking at here is the evaporator A coils. Now it looks like an A, if you look in there, it's shaped like an A or a triangle. Now we're installing some sheet metal framing just so that we can have a nice stable foundation when we install the evaporator A coils right on top.
It should just slide in. And we'll get some reference and measurements and stuff so that we know where the furnace is gonna sit. We're gonna put a cover here. We put another cross brace over here. Some reference and measurements so that we can sit the furnace on top of it and then secure everything.
This was our old furnace, and comparing it to the new furnace, which you will see right here.
Gas furnace.
That's the actual furnace. So now we're removing the old exhaust ventilation piping. There was so much debris in here, so just have a vacuum ready and be sure you be careful not to breathe that in. There was so much debris and corrosion in there because this is galvanized. Luckily, we found this because it was emitting carbon monoxide through these cracks. Good thing that we got this AC unit installed, or else we wouldn't have found this huge, massive gap that was emitting carbon monoxide inside the garage. So make sure you check for that. I'll do a feature video on this as well. Now we're removing the vent duct that was connected to the vent duct air filter. We're fabricating a piece of cover because where the coils are going on top of the bottom air duct had a little gap between there, so now we're using this to flush it over, kind of creating a little customized piece to cover that, and then we're just screwing that with self-tapping screws. Once that's done, we can place the A coils right on top of that ventilation duct. Then we are checking if everything is nice and leveled. Once that's done, it's time to put the furnace right on top of the A coils.
Push.
Now we are just dry fitting where the air duct filter used to be, and we're going to place it on top because there's a piece of sheet metal on top of that furnace that we need to mark out so that we can know how much we need to cut. Once you take that off, we'll just mark out where we're going to be cutting on top of that cover and just use your tin snips to cut that off. Place the brackets on every side of this so that we will be able to use that to clamp on forward. And then use your level once again. Check if everything is nice and leveled. So here what it looks so far, you have your furnace, then you have your coils right on the bottom. We have the ventilation that is capped on the bottom. And we have that air filter duct that we still need to install. But now before we install that, we need to vacuum out all the dust. Just tap that back in, and we're just going to place all the brackets back in so we can connect the two ducting together. Now what we have here is our 3-ton AC unit or condenser unit. This is by EVCon. You can't just get this out of Home Depot or Lowe's, you have to have an account with the manufacturer in order for you to purchase this. But you can buy similar ones by Goodman that is 3-ton as well. Now we're just going to core drill right through the wall near where we're going to place our AC or condenser unit 2. So what you're looking at here are the refrigerant lines. These lines are 2 copper lines that connect the outdoor air conditioner or heat pump to the indoor evaporator coil. So the larger line is typically insulated and carries cool gas. This is commonly referred to as the suction line now, but it's also called the return line or vapor line. So what we're using here is a ratcheting copper tube bending kit. If you're interested on this tool that we used here, I'll leave the link on the description down below. So now we're doing the same thing for the larger lines and the smaller lines, and we're just marking it out just where it needs to sit. And what we're doing now is just soldering the 2 copper pipes together. If you want to know more about how to solder copper pipe, check out this video. I'll leave it the link on the top right corner. Check out that video if you want to learn how to do this properly. Now it's time to fabricate the new exhaust ventilation pipe. There you have it, nice and installed. It looks way better than our last one with that leak. Now we're gonna go and install our gas lines. So here are the 2 copper pipes that is leading to the AC unit outside. And now we are going to connect power that is gonna be connected to our circuit breaker on the inside. Now what we're installing here is our main power cutoff box. Now this is just used just in case for maintenance in the future and easy access to disconnect power to the AC unit later on. So we disconnected our old control unit on the inside, and we're replacing it with a better, much updated one by Honeywell. So what you see here is our PVC line. This is going to be the drain line that's going to be drained outside the house. Now as you can see, we have our gas piping installed with the gas installed just like how it was installed before, right to the furnace. Okay, now it's time to wire it up. The red is the signal from the outside condenser, the blue is for the 24 volts, the green is for the fan signal thermostat, the white is signal for the heat, yellow is for the condenser. And we are going to be powering the whole AC unit with a 30 amp breaker switch. Make sure it's connected to its independent switch.
So we got the AC, the condenser, all piped in, got all the electrical done. Now we're gonna perform pressure tests. Just look at the line here for the drain. Pressure test up to 450. Then we're gonna let it sit. Before you check, make sure you check your hoses when you pressure test. Get about 400 pounds before 15 minutes.
Now the purpose of this pressure test is so that we can identify that there is no leaks in the system. Now it's just time to hook up all the wiring on the condenser AC unit. So here's what the final product looks like, friends. There's your exhaust pipe connected right to the furnace. Again, this furnace is by EVCon, same product as our AC unit condenser. And you have your coils right on the bottom. Everything's nice and wired. So friends, that's how pretty much we installed air conditioning added on with this gas furnace. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. Share with the community what you could have done differently. And also, if you found this video super helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you friends in the next video.